Hey, good afternoon, Bob. Trade Genius, the 30th of July. And what a smooth and easy day today if you're day trading. And I'll get to that in a second. Volatility is up now. And with that, you get these moves that really allow you to profit. And I'm gonna walk you through the day here. So first of all, when you look at the market, we had an overnight high that was coming in around 2816.75. If you're looking at it from an ES standpoint here, and when the market opened, it was opening right at the highs, and this is a tell that the high of the day is going to come in the first half hour to hour, and it popped up, and in the room I just said, watch 2821 is going to be the high. It broke. It gave this candle, and I shorted right here, and and I set a binary trade right here, and that trade was good all day. And then as it went down, it came down. And a lot of time it touches this this S1 here, slingshots, and right away, like okay, in the past a lot of times they'll run this thing up 5 to 10 points, but this time he got up into VWAP and it failed. As soon as it failed, I knew that long was done and got out, and I just waited for the next short setup, which I didn't have to wait long. Came right after this candle here, boom, and shorted it, and shorted it all the way down into the European close. All right, and I'm just using my proprietary money flow here. Now, one thing too is you don't blindly just trade, but you have times of the day where you have to pay attention, and 9:30 is one of those for me. Europe's closed, regular extended hours, and this is where reversals happen. Okay, when market's high, usually you can then sell above it if you're doing binaries. The market's slow, look for a reversal. Okay, it doesn't usually go flat, it comes back in. And so you had a buy signal right here, and you'd have took that signal and you'd have ran it right into VWAP. Okay, get out here. It could go all the way through, but you made profit here. All right, and then this was early, and it came right at about 11 o'clock, and this is usually when the traders that are what's called risk parity traders have to make a decision. The VIX was up today, so that informed me that look for a short, and I took a short just like Friday. This looks just like Friday, and took it right back down again. And I was looking to see here, and I even mentioned in the room, either we're going to double bottom or this thing's just going to crash. And it made a higher low, turned back around, slingshot hit, and I said, okay, got to get out, and I was done for the day. And so, just using my proprietary signals and just using the understanding of the market, you just can make money every day in the market. So, let me help you do this, and come trade with us. Check out Summer Special number 2. It expires tomorrow. I won't be offering the software next month as a bundled product. You'd have to buy it standalone, and we sell it for $800. It's worth every penny. And right now I have it bundled for $299, and then you get the room, the trading room, for $29.50 a month plus our trade signals. I think it's a bargain, but you be the judge. Now I'm going to flip over to the market here. I'm going to go with looking at the by capitalization here, and I'm not going to scroll through everything. Just suffice it to say, people are getting out of the FANG stocks. All right, this is not a setup for getting ready for next quarter. They're Facebook and Netflix have burned these people. I think there's a sea change going on, and there's going to be a rotation. Some people think it's going to be an emerging market. Some people think it's going to be commodities. Some people think it's going to be back into bonds. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm leaning precious metals. That's where my positions are. But I'm not a big fan of emerging market because I think China's in big trouble. And I'm not too sure our dollar is going to fall apart here. And but that doesn't mean gold and the miners can't move with the dollar. It just means that everybody else is in serious problems. And so just right across the board, I mean, other than Allergan, at least what I followed just got wiped out. And we get down to the first tier is we have FCX. We're in it. We're positive. We had a positive day on it, so I'll take it. We're also in AG. AG had a positive day today. And we're in IAG. IAG was down fractionally. We're still profitable on the trade, and we're in Goro. So you can see where my head is, and Goro had a positive day today too. And Goro's is, I don't know what's up with Goro, but it's just people want to buy it. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for months to be able to get in on it. I got in on it on Friday. And so just keep an eye on it. Nothing else jumped out at me. Tomorrow is supposed to be QT. I'm not sure about that. You know, that last time we had a QT, the market went up and it cost me some dough. And but I'm still short. I have SPY puts. Let me go to SPY here. I have SPY puts right now, and I have 279s for Wednesday. I hedged against with 278s, and I've been rolling sold puts against this thing for a number of days now, and I just closed out my 278s 50s for today. That was a full profit, and I'm still not quite sure how hard this thing's going to come down. My gut tells me they'll push this thing down maybe hard tomorrow. Apple reports tomorrow night, and they might be sold off enough that this thing's going to push back higher. If it doesn't, you know, if it doesn't, we're looking probably at this next fib line here at 279. So this fib line here is support, and then not, it's going to go down to here, 274 area. So that's my thinking right now. No sense in getting in front of this freight train. One thing that we'll be watching for, but I just don't know how long it's going to take. Let me show you something pretty cool. Is that with VXX, it's not as much fun as it was last year, but you have VXX. Okay, now it's popping up into here. It's getting up to overbought area. It doesn't usually hang at overbought pretty well, but it does this double Dutch bus a lot of times too. It'll come in, everybody will get excited about it, and then it'll make a higher high. I think it's going to at least come and test this area here first, and then we're going to have to wait and see. You saw my video on over the weekend that I think the VIX could push up really hard here. It all depends on what's going on. We have the Fed this week. We have unemployment report this week. We have quantitative tightening this week. You know, China's a mess. Europe's a mess. Japan's a mess. And you just don't know where something may come out of left field here. You know, Trump is now messing with the Iranians' heads and offering to meet with them too. And so it's just going to cause some really interesting dynamics out there. But I promised you something. Let me just go show you VIX here long term. Weekly's good enough. So a lot of times you get these pops in the fall here, and then you get like a twice a year it has these spasms. And so I'm waiting right now for this spasm to hit, and you can see here too, if you just do looking at this from like a, you know, like a wedge kind of standpoint, is that you know, VXX can get up to this area here, maybe this area here. This would be an absolute gift if it comes up here and makes a nice move, because it'll eventually turn back around. This is a these are closed loop systems. Now VXX can theoretically go to infinity, but I doubt it's gonna break to that levels here. But there's theoretically VXX can go to infinity, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And so you just look for this thing to get so far out, because I mean people are buying so many puts that they eventually have to take them off. And once they take them off, then this thing will drop like a stone. And that's what you just simply wait for. So if you wait 6 weeks, if this thing gets up to here, the last 3 months of the year, usually get a nice move. Fourth quarter has always been profitable to short VXX or UVXY. And I see this no different. You know, maybe the election might be a little bit scary. And then, you know, you take some off right before the election and see what happens. So anyway, that's my play right now. You know, I'm just going to keep it light and simple till I figure out what the Fed's going to do to release the precious metals, and what SPY is going to do here to, you know, we can go all the way down to 190 on SPY. You know, I'd love to have a good hard sell-off so that we can just get things reset. but you know, you got to take the market as it comes. Anyway, thanks for listening. TradeLikeAGenius.com, and look for your continued support. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.